Welcome one and all to Seeking the Hidden Realms. I am your humble GM Joshua McGregor. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm joined by this group of wonderful people. Say hello, wonderful people!
Hello, wonderful people.
We're gonna do some baking!
Yes, we are going to do some baking indeed, for this is the Dread Bakers episode. The great Earthswift Bake-Off is upon us, but before that, let's introduce everybody. We've got Kieran!
Hello, my name is Kieran. I use he, him pronouns. Today I'm playing Captain Jamie Whittle, who also uses he, him pronouns. Just a normal dude.
Just a normal halfway dude.
Don't think about it too much.
It's hard being such a normie.
In a group of such eccentric characters as well.
Don't think about it.
We've got Daisy.
Hello, I'm Daisy. I play Merlin, and we both use she, her pronouns, and that's the first time I've said that so far.
Fantastic. We've got Alberta.
Hello, I'm Alberta. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Suzie Coyne, who also uses she, her pronouns.
So far, just normal people through and through.
Yeah, all of us are really
Yeah.
normal people.
Yeah,
Normal,
absolutely.
Boring lives.
Boring every
And the
day.
next person
Just-
to introduce themselves is the most boring.
Carrie, please introduce your super boring character.
I was trying to do an R2D2 kind of voice, but it didn't.
I hear it.
That's better. I'm Carrie, who's currently in their hysteria mode. I use they, them pronouns. And I am playing Piuwhgieawrg the Urswef, who uses he, they pronouns.
Wonderful.
Boring.
Boring is what I
It's
meant to
so
say.
boring.
All of us are so boring.
Such boring characters to follow on this boring adventure. Anyway,
Yeah, guys,
last
this campaign's really boring. I just want to get some fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye guys.
last time we left off, boring things happened, so we won't even bother. No, I'm kidding.
Snooze.
Snooze. Last time we left off, Merlin teleported out. You guys had a long rest during which you met Ilnival, the orcish god of tactics, who let you know a little bit more about John, confirming that John is in fact on Volpikar, and giving you a plan. Find the location of Volpikar in the data core of an Edifitra Titan, and then use that to plot your course to that planet. You then awoke into your day, went and met Gymnopus, the Cerebroblex, on board the Pathogen, which made it out of the Astral Sea and landed on the planet just in time to avoid Githyanki ships following it out of the Astral Sea. You had a totally normal encounter with a strange gray matter pulsating gelatinous red ooze.
It was a very unremarkable time.
Very unremarkable. And now Jamie Whittle is on board the ship with you. You have successfully repurposed the Slipwreck Mining Group malware on board the Phoenix. Gymnopus has given tribute to the planet, some very, very juicy tributes indeed. Gendro, Arnbjorg, Susanna, and Eichel Kron the Dragon have been given up forever, so that's interesting.
Yep, can't wait to talk to the planet about that.
Yeah,
Can't
very
believe he gave up a
Wasn't meant to
dragon.
happen.
gave up a dragon.
Dragon was fine.
We just have a dragon in our party.
Could have happened. Too late now. And you guys then flew to the Siltmouth, the place of power of the Siltmother, confronted her there and saw the vast army that she has gathered, including many other lesser archfey, far, far too many to fight. Suzie challenged the Siltmother, who chose her champions, Piuwhgieawrg's parents, Kieran and Lowry, Erswef, who teleported here when the chaos happened with Piuwhgieawrg, and we're given a deal that they just beg for the Siltmother in exchange for some protection. And we are preparing for a bake-off with the fate of Wildfolk's Folly on the line. But before we do our bake-off, we follow Merlin. The previous evening, as Merlin teleports out from the rest of the party in Wildfolk's Folly, and privately you rolled a natural 20 on this check. Wild.
Well, the wild thing was, you messaged me and it came up. I was at work, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll Google dice. I'll just hit it, screenshot it." So I didn't notice it until like you sent the message. I was like, "Oh," because I said just ignore the D4. I was like, "Oh, whatever."
Yeah.
It was like 20.
So you feel your atoms dissolve and reform across space, and you are in a dimly lit sort of space with a dull electric blue glow of technology in certain areas. Do you want to go ahead and give me a perception check, Merlin?
Yes, I would love to.
Fantastic.
Perception. Oh, I'm quite good at that, apparently. No.
Oh.
No. So that is a 13, and I have a +7.
Sometimes you roll a 6 on the die.
Reliable talent will come to you.
Yes. One day. You are sort of in this space. There are a lot of sort of like terminals around you. Seems like a lot of wires and screens are sort of set up, and it's quite an expansive kind of space. But it's... Do you have dark vision?
Yes. It's on my character sheet, but let me quickly check because of the damp fit. I might possibly.
Quickly double check.
Oh, may I ask? I need to roll a D100. Do you want me to roll it now?
Not until the end of your long rest. You have not yet had it.
Okay.
Yep.
Right-hand side in the Ravenloft.
Oh,
Thank
by
you.
the way, Josh, a
Yes.
couple sessions ago you said you were doing away with that.
This is for
Yes.
something else.
Okay.
This is for
I
something
do
different.
have dark vision. I can see in a dim light within 60 feet as if it was bright light, and darkness as if it was dim light. I can't see colours.
Wonderful. So yes, you sort of see this space. There are a couple of doorways to what presumably are more rooms in this space. One that's very clearly sort of an exit. But yeah, not a huge amount. You can just sort of about like what this place is about from here. What would you like to do?
Are they like consoles in front of me with buttons?
Yeah, there are consoles with buttons.
Oh.
Tap,
Tap, tap.
do you speak Elvish?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You boot up one of these machines, see rows and rows of text appear. This is incomprehensible to you. This is clearly in Elven script. It looks formatted like computer code, but it's such a jumble of characters. I will give it, without even needing a check, this looks like a cipher has been used. It looks like somebody has encrypted the display here.
Can I go down one of the corridors or go through the door that isn't quite obviously the exit?
Yeah, absolutely. You open up the door, kind of go through. You see that in this other space, it seems to be some kind of like storage room. Uh,
Okay.
there are uh, a bunch of lightweight metal boxes with labels on them. What they are, you can't read in the dark. Um, and there seems to be a little like fold down cot. Just a simple but not uncomfortable affair on one wall. And from there, a little doorway into like a little ensuite, the fully functioning modern toilet. Sink.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cozy. Stealth mode is activated, but I'm going to rummage. So like stops breathing, like stops pretending that
Yeah.
I need to look like I'm breathing. So it's just like completely still, just kind of like shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Give me an investigation check.
Yes. Oh, apparently I'm good at that as well. 19. I am.
19's good. Yes, you start rummaging through these various boxes. You are looking at each box contains pieces of a kind that seem to be involved in the making of machinery. And you see on a 19, I will give you that you like there is enough in here to be building computers. There's enough in here to be building various other gadgets and machinery, all the way up to sort of like mid-sized appliances.
Damn, son.
This place is kitted out for something.
The letter that I took.
Yes. You have not yet shared with the party.
No.
Uh,
Was it Pack Me Call?
it was Pac Me Corp.
Would that have like their
Logo?
emblem sign logo? Yeah. Would I recognize that in this room?
You do not find it in this room.
Mm. Since you described the ensuite so lovely, I will investigate. The modern toilet.
It's a little cubicle
Cool.
with a toilet and a sink. There you go.
Oh, I'm alone.
They got
That's fine.
plenty of extra rolls of loo roll.
Takes one. I'm joking. Okay. Is there anywhere, if I go back into the console room, is there any other little offshoot? Or is it just the 2 rooms and an exit?
There is one more. Yes, there's one more little offshoot room.
Oh, I'm going.
You go in and see various equipment has been set up around a sort of like a desk, and there is what is very clearly like a standing microphone on the desk wired into a lot of this machinery in front. Give me an investigation roll.
That dropped considerably to a 9.
A 9. Probably something to do where you need to speak into the machine.
Yeah. Remember that. I'm so confused. Like,
Make a podcast. Yeah.
Okay. I think because like she doesn't really know what it is. Because Merlin really hasn't been around massive amount of technology, because the carnival is very rustic and they use tech, but it's not like ship level tech. I think she's going to just like very tentatively like kind of tap the microphone, just kind of tap it a little bit.
You do not hear any sound. It doesn't seem as though these machines are active at the moment in this room.
I would like to speak in it. Even though it's like it's not. I mean, she's just like, ooh, I had tapped it, nothing happened. If I speak,
Yeah, what would you like to say?
just hello.
No response.
Fair enough. Part of me just wants to be really chaotic. Because it's like the first time this teleportation thing's happened in a while.
Yeah.
So it's just like, ooh, a new place. She's gonna start slowly unplugging stuff from the microphone.
You go around and start unplugging things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm taking the microphone. It's mine now.
Add it to your inventory.
Yay, microphone.
Incredible.
So I'm just alone on this little tiny ship and there's a microphone in the room. Well, a thing that produces sound, she assumes.
Yeah, well, you know it's a microphone. You just don't know what the purpose of the room is.
So it's just like, yeah. And I'm going to go back into that little control hub with the consoles.
Yep.
And just kind of furiously tap more buttons.
Okay.
Sweet.
Just roll a d20 for me if you'd be so kind.
8.
Beautiful. You go around tapping on different consoles. Various inputs do something, but you don't know what you've done as you enter commands that you can't understand, and the responses are all encrypted. So yeah, like just things start happening.
Cool. Exit.
Yep.
She's like, okay, I've had enough of this. I just kind of like, I can't read this. Thank you. Oh, actually, before I leave, I would like to note down some of the characters that I can Is it Elvish characters that I can understand, but in a way that I can't read it?
Exactly.
Okay, so I'd like to note down some of the characters and kind of write what the original message was, so I can kind of go sit quietly and think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you write down some of these characters and make your way to the exit. The door is locked.
Oh, I was never good at escape rooms. But, okay, the door's locked. There's no one else here. There's a bed and boxes and a microphone I've just ripped out of everything else. Was there any switches and controls in the microphone room, to turn anything on?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay. Just plug it back in. I just assumed it was connected by wires. I was like, sweet.
Yeah, lights turn on in this room. Various machines whir to life, and a little red light goes on the mic.
I would like to say hello.
Little crackle of static. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Who is this?
Who are you?
Okay. Voice goes dead.
Didn't mean to offend you.
Nothing. No, there's no response.
I'm lost.
You hear outside the unlocking of the door.
Sir? No.
So you are in a side room with
yeah.
the live mic. The outside door. Somebody is coming through. What would you like to do?
Can I hide? Can I climb on the ceiling?
Yeah, 100%. Are you going to try to turn things back off again to make it look like you weren't in here?
If I have time. I want to go above the ceiling that's above the door.
Yeah.
So on the ceiling, just above the door.
Just above the door where somebody would come in?
Yeah, so
I see.
like just above the door frame. So I'm like, they won't notice me in a corner.
That's a little bit more of a distance, so I'm going to say you have to leave
Okay.
everything on
Oh.
to get to that place. If you want to do that before somebody comes through the door.
No, then I'll try and hide on the ceiling somewhere else, but turn everything off.
You turn everything off, and you're in this room on the ceiling. Give me a stealth check, if you'd be so kind.
Yes. For fuck's sake. 12. And I have a plus 10.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. You hear the door open, and someone comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Is anybody here? Footsteps come closer, and you see a figure comes through the door into the room where you are, turns on a light to investigate, looks up. Holy shit! The person that you see is a dark-skinned elf with a patch of skin over one eye going down that is of a color that is more of a midnight black with sort of spots of white in it like stars. Looks fairly young with long white hair going down his back, sort of like kept in a bit of a ponytail to keep it under control. Looks fully like he's wearing pajamas. Like it's the middle of the night and someone's just woken. Alberta's under the desk right now.
Keep
I
going.
feel like
Like
I've
some
heard this
context?
description before.
Is there something I'm missing?
Yes. Yes, I woke him up in the middle of the night. He's holding a sending stone in one hand, and he looks up and just jumps out of his skin seeing you on the ceiling.
I'm just like, hello.
Shilgar!
I need to use my hands.
He yells Shilgar, leaps backwards out of the room, and there's like a whirring and like the sound of something like rocketing, and do you want to see what is in the process of happening, or do you miss this as you stay on the ceiling?
I want to see it.
You come down just enough to see pieces of what look like an Iron Man suit flying and encasing this person's body. Last piece being the helmet coming over his head. Everything lights up with arcane blue energy, and he sort of like holds out a hand, and his voice comes through, but with that like metallic quality to it. Okay, who the fuck are you, and how the hell did you get into my lab?
Kind of just like, I'm amused that he's scared, so I'm going to scuttle down just for entertainment. Just like, just like stand down. I'm like 3 foot. I'm this tiny little thing, so I'm just kind of like, hi. So
The armor's
I'm
made him
lost.
a bit taller than he was, and he's standing at like over 6 feet now in this massive suit.
Yeah, it's just like I'm tiny. It's fine. I'm lost. I got here because of magic, and I'm not going to hurt you. Where is here? And what is this?
This, you are in a facility belonging to me.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Benedict. What's yours?
Mm-hmm. My name's Merlin.
Merlin. Okay. I'm just gonna uh a little like series of what look like antenna shoot out of this Iron Man suit, and like colors play across the display within the helmet as he sort of like gets a reading on you. The quantity of wild magic radiating off, you have been exposed to some really insane shit. Where are you from?
That's a bit personal.
I find it personal you're in my home, so...
Fair play. Ipia.
There's like a silence for a second. Holy crap. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap! Oh! Steps out of the Iron Man suit as it sort of, like, opens up. It closes behind him and sort of, like, stands in sentinel mode. Oh my god! You're from Ipia! You're from... It worked, I didn't think. Holy shit! The planetary barrier's not even down yet! Okay. Okay, this is crazy. You are one of them. A Warforged came and punched you in the chest. And crazy shit happened around you.
How do you know that?
I heard it from somebody who experienced something similar, or was near to someone who experienced something similar. You... Okay. Whew. I have to calm myself. Where you are, you wouldn't, depending on how old you are, necessarily have heard of it. Planet used to be on the far reaches of the Ismaran Empire. This planet's called Volpakar. We are currently in a laboratory, sort of on the outskirts of a city called Rix. I'd call this continent the main continent, just because there's very little elsewhere right now. There's a whole story involved. And I wasn't expecting this, but this is very interesting. Anything you can tell me about how you made it here, or what's going on out there, would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, but for some information in return, please.
Absolutely.
I'll go first. I'll give you a little bit of information, so it's kind of like sharing.
Okay.
What's going on out there? That's broad. A lot.
Well.
There's a lot of just wild magic. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
And people are being taken.
Yes. From what I can gather, Warforged working for a latent Edifeature Titan have been activating people.
Sounds accurate.
That's from... I'm extrapolating from the description I got. I don't suppose you would know which Titan those Warforged are working for.
I do. Because we spoke to one.
Did you?
Looks back at the notebook.
That's very interesting.
What was his name? Sorry?
Kron.
Kron.
Okay. Kron is still active. Very good to know. Not terribly helpful for our purposes.
What is the purpose?
Oh, I don't know if any of you are connected. I've got a friend who's trying to make it back to his husband. And getting him off-world is a bit of a trick because there's a barrier against interplanetary travel around the world. So I've been working on the problem of getting him home.
Am I allowed to meet your friend?
I absolutely. He's not here. He's in another city, sort of following leads. I think he's gotten mixed up in politics. Finding help is difficult, but without following up on leads, I can't do my work as effectively. So he's in Fallcrest, but teleportation circles are a thing, so it won't take that long to get to him.
Okay. What's this microphone for?
That's for communication with various contacts I have across Volpakar.
Oh, okay.
You spoke with one of them. He let me know that there was an intruder in my lab.
That's a good person. That's a good friend.
He's a good ally.
Okay. Can I go meet your friend, please, if it doesn't take too long? Because I'm not sure how long I have.
Do you know John?
Through a mutual friend, yes.
Porgy?
Yes.
Ah! Yeah! John's gonna be so happy. Wow. Okay. This is incredible. How do you know Porgy?
Same situation like this.
What do you mean? You teleported randomly to... Ah, fair enough.
Happens.
Wild magic would be drawn to other wild magic. In 86% of cases.
Nice fact.
At least that's what measurements here show. It's a little bit tainted by source, so it could be a little off by up to 20 degrees, which is not great. To be fair. But that's boring stuff. So yeah, yes, you want to go. It is the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Have you sustained injuries? Are you okay? Again, the radiation coming off of you is insane.
Well, then are you okay?
Well, I will be fine. I have Shieldgar, I've got magic. I'm sort of an artificer. So I don't know, do you want to wait till morning? Do you want to go right now? What's
No,
sort of...
right now,
Okay, all
please.
right, we're moving. Yes, I am going to have to ask my mom if I could borrow her car. One sec. And leads you out of this room. Shieldgar sort of like comes with him, sort of acting as sort of like a sentinel. This is in effect a shield guardian, if you know what that is. From the monster manual. Out, and you see this is sort of like one building in the sort of near countryside area with a large sort of farmhouse situated not too far away. It seems like the cotton things were for if like he wanted to take a quick nap in the middle of researching for like days on end, kind of deal. And he's like, just wait here at the door, unless you're hungry. Do you want... no, you're going right now. Just give me a sec. He goes inside, you hear like footsteps, and then like muffled voices. It sounds very much like one person is tired and annoyed, and another person is uh, excited and jittery. And then he comes back down.
Yeah.
Keys, all good. Goes around the side. There is sort of a vehicle that seems to have like hover technology. It does not seem to be based on wheels. Goes ahead and gets in. Please, passenger seat.
Thank you.
Shield guard dismantles itself and puts itself in the back.
It's polite.
And turns the key and sets off into the main city. It takes about an hour to get where you're going. You guys chat a little bit more along the way. He makes it to sort of what looks to be more of a governmental building. And he goes, okay, so here's the deal. I swiped my dad's pass. He's the one who actually like has connections in the government kind of stuff. This isn't technically legal or anything. Are you okay morally with breaking and entering, that kind of thing?
If you are, yes.
That's all good. I understand the stakes of things. Also, there aren't super consequences for me.
Fair enough.
Makes his way to the thing, flashes like a key card, makes way into the building, and there's like there is a teleportation circle. He goes to a panel, adjusts several of the runes on the panel, which rearrange themselves on the teleportation circle itself on the ground. Follow crest, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go through the circle, out the other side, similar circle. Guard on the other side questions him. He's just like, just running a quick late night note for my father. Person's like, yeah, all right, Benedict, carry on. Don't know how much you know about the way things work here. Basically, this is the governmental building for the cabinet here, which runs the Commonwealth of Volpakar. There are representatives from each of the major sort of like political factions in various different cities who gather and have their voices heard, led by a president. Currently, doesn't matter. Making your way through the building, out down the other side. Don't want to bore you with the boring stuff. Wait a sec. Gonna make an insight check on you. Are you like an enemy?
Am I an enemy?
Yes.
Not at the moment.
Terrifying. You feel your cells start to vibrate.
Free up. Can we run?
You are like a little like headpiece technology comes from like somewhere just behind his hair. Little lens. You're spiking. Do you want me to fix that for as long as I can?
How long can you fix that for?
A few minutes max.
If it's a few minutes, fine.
All right. Shilgar arm piece comes. He sort of like draws out what seems to be a gossamer thin filament with sort of like runes on it. He types into that like a keyboard, shoves it back in. There's a ripple of magic, and he produces sort of like a circlet, and is like, put this, I guess, as a tiara will do the trick. Just have this on you.
Okay.
You can put it as like an armbangle or whatever you want.
Oh yeah, she's gonna wear it on her head.
Put it on
Fuck
your head.
yeah.
A
Just 'cause it
little
feels pretty.
string of rainbow magic siphons from you into a little canister on his belt.
Okay.
This should just siphon off enough to keep you here for a couple of minutes.
Run.
run.
I'm just gonna fly and go. Phew.
He puts on rocket boots and flies with you. Oh, cool! You can fly. That's great. I didn't know if the wings were aesthetic or whatever.
Mildly offended.
Sorry, we don't really have fairies here. I grew up with
Sorry, we don't
stories,
have-
though.
Rocket boots where I'm from. You're fine.
Nice. Make it to sort of an apartment. And he's just like, shall we just go in the window?
Is the door not open? Can you not open
It's
the door?
just a whole thing, time-wise.
We'll go for the window.
Goes, flies in. And you see you're like inside the kitchen living room area of like a small apartment. And out of the door to an adjoining bedroom is a tall, buff, black-haired Cagrian wearing a pendant around his, or rather wearing a pendant around his neck and a wedding ring on his finger. Topless, but dressed in like pajama bottoms.
Fuck yeah.
Looking swole, honestly.
That's my job.
Comes out of his bedroom with a javelin in hand. And it's like, Benedict? And Benedict's like, hello, John, super quick, this is Merlin. Merlin knows Porgy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Tell me, puts the javelin down, tell me everything, right? How do you know Porgy? Where is he? How did you get here? Can we go back with you?
Kind of just like list like bullet points. It's like pub, stole a spaceship, Porgy bakes really well. I kind of just like
That's my
listing
Porgy.
everything, just like, oh, we have mille-feuille, and it just kind of goes.
You have
through
no what,
everything.
sorry?
We had mille-feuille, the pastry.
Oh, yes.
That was one of the first things we baked.
Yes,
I
that's
baked.
right.
Yeah. I just kind of go through it and just ends like, I don't know. I really want to take you with me.
How do you usually teleport?
I don't know.
Okay. You crackling of rainbow energy under your skin, you're feeling yourself start to break apart.
Kind of just like launches at John because I've taken Atlas the same way of holding them. So hoping that because I grabbed Atlas and we teleported together. So it's kind of going through the same logic of like, you have magic. It's just kind of like his arms like a child like. I'm hoping I can take you with me because it's happening now.
You grab onto him. Benedict's like, holy shit! The circle like snaps and shatters against a couple of the walls. You disintegrate and disappear from this place. And you reappear, toes dangling off the edge of a chasm, the other side of which is barely visible to you. In the middle of the night, the darkness down below is bottomless and purer than the night around you. You are still holding on to John, who is also looking over the chasm. I was like, oh no! Starts to fall, leans back, catches himself at the last second, lifts himself back up onto his feet with just like one pull of his arm. Very, very strong. Oh, okay. Where are we now?
Kind of just like peers a little bit. I don't know, and I don't like it.
Neither do I. There is a crackling in his eyes and a sparking in his fingers, and a ball of light appears from the palm of his hand and drifts out over the canyon, which honestly doesn't help the effect any more. It just makes the darkness look even more bottomless.
What the fuck, Josh?
I appreciate that.
No worries.
I'm gonna just fly up real quick just to survey. I know it's nighttime, but maybe I can get a llama.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
18.
Pretty good. This chasm looks like a rent in the earth. Goes for a long way in either direction. You see the inkling of civilization to the south. A bevy of stars, just multitude above you, more stars than you've ever seen in the night sky anywhere. And visible, the corona, the horizon around a sphere of blackness in the night sky. And make me a wisdom saving throw super quick.
Oh, no. Am I? Oh, he's not proficient. Ooh, no, that's a 5.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You feel a pang of hunger shoot through you, mimicking almost given as a pathos response to the hunger far greater than yours that you feel in the sky. Insatiable, malevolent hunger, mesmerizing, calling to you. And it takes you a while, because you do not have need of air, so you did not notice as the air began to thin as you have been making your way upward for a little while as you stare at this thing, and you come back to yourself and find you are way, way, way up in the air, and you get a view of a bit more of this continent, and you see a large central mountain, several floating mesas of stone, city lights to the south nearer to you, ocean to the east. There's a quality in the atmosphere, like everything is holding its breath for something. Go ahead, roll me a d20, if you'd be so kind.
That's on the floor. Let me roll them. 17.
17.
For that dice.
You feel yourself begin to disappear.
Oh, fuck. I am going to free fall as fast as I can.
You free fall. You're going at terminal velocity, and you see the little speck of John come into your vision, sort of looking up to you and calling something that you cannot hear of the roar of wind in your ears. As you try to make it back to him, you disappear 200 feet above the ground and are gone. and reappear elsewhere, and we will come back to you.
Fuck.
Hello, 999. I'd like to report a robbery.
Can you phone who this?
I joke, otherwise I'll rage.
Natural 20 gets you plot progression.
I just really fucking hope that was Ippia!
He's fine.
Merlin's never met John. Don't know what you're talking about.
Also,
No,
John
it's like-
doing magic? What the fuck, Josh?
He's learned magic.
I was not aware of this!
You're a sorcerer, he's something else.
You sly little weasel!
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Bake off, bake off, bake off, bake off, bake off, bake off,
Bake
bake
off,
off,
bake
bake off,
off, bake
bake off,
off.
bake off, bake off, bake off.
Oh.
I'll stop. They already had to tolerate this before the stream.
Not at all. This is awesome. We return to the trial of bakery between Suzie Coin, championed by Piuwhgieawrg, Jimothy Ursweth, and Grenwilla Siltmouth, the Siltmother herself, represented by Geraint Ursweth. You have all been transported via magic. Well, the space around you has transformed. Green outdoors, enormous pavilion, all of the facility required to bake here. And you see two myconids in humanoid form are the judges of this event, but we'll leave the introduction of them to our presenters, one of whom is a tall 7-foot tall gnoll named Noel Meadowding, and Carrie has very graciously offered to bring Great British Bake Off expertise to be one of these presenters. So you are Noel Meadowding, and the other presenter is Platt Brutus, who is a
This was an idea coming from Carrie's hysteria. All of this actually came from Carrie's hysteria and Josh's genius. So excited for this.
hysteria and genius from both of us.
Yes.
Platt Brutus is a stocky, shorter, bald-headed fairy,
Yes.
with the white wings folded behind him. The white sort of insect fairy wings folded behind him.
Yo, that's the dude who used to be on Little Piano Shroud.
That's right. You are absolutely aware of my previous work, and this is the accent that I've always had. And the accent I will continue to have.
Whereas I'm Noel Meadowding, and I talk really softly in a vaguely Cockney accent. That's gonna go so to shit.
It's going to be great. And welcome one and all to the challenge between Suzie Coin and the Siltmother, represented here by the Urswefs. We have a fascinating competition here for you today, folks. We've got father and child of the fantastic Urswef line, famous for being champions of the Clayfather back in the day, now returned to the planet of Ippia after several hundred years' absence.
The last time I had a competition with my father, I ran away kicking and screaming and crying. And that's why you never play Monopoly with your parents.
Classic Noel. God damn it.
It's pastry week here in the Bake Off tent, and Platt, they have a very special signature bake this week.
Absolutely, that is entirely right. We will, of course, be starting with the signature challenge, where the contestants will be asked to make. Well, why don't we introduce our judges and have them present the signature bake? What do you say, Noel?
Sure.
Judges for today are going to be Shaw Dollywood and Plum Heath.
The absolute experts in their field.
Indeed. Them being hive mind extensions of the spirit of the world means that they have access to all of the experiences of all the bakers who have ever lived, and can bring that expertise to this competition for an absolutely unbiased result.
Shaw, I'm a huge fan of your work, and may I just say your eyes are so piercing blue.
Thanks.
That's the voice you're going with, okay?
That's Shaw. The name's Shaw Dollywood. I like it when the stuff is the thing that I say to make.
A man of excellent wisdom. And Plum Heath, I hope you don't get too boozy up in this tent.
Oh, is that something I'm known for?
In previous series, you have been known to really love some of that lovely life juice in your bakes.
Oh, in my bakes, absolutely. Downs an entire glass of port. Yes, I do love alcohol in the bakes. That's what you should know if you want to get on my good side, contestants. Alcohol!
Porky's like writing in a notebook furiously.
But also, I appreciate artistry and creativity in the bakes. It has to look good, but if you don't also take shots and try something new, takes a shot in the middle of saying that, then what's really the point of being a baker? Me and Charles don't get on.
We always leave the fighting off camera here, Plum. Why don't we just introduce the first challenge?
That sounds great. Glug, glug. The first challenge is a classic. We would like for you, contestants, to make 6 identical hot cross buns.
Ooh, I've made hot cross buns before. I can do this.
Your father looks very comfortable with this, and you know, that's a lot of hot cross buns went through the bakery all throughout your life.
Well, I have something that he hasn't got. Great friends.
And he looks over at his wife and the assembled people watching this competition.
Really close group of friends.
Let's check in with everybody else. Suzie, Jamie, how are you feeling about all of this in this space? What's going through your heads?
But Jamie is running through a medical checklist to make sure he's not fallen into a fever dream. That's his number one priority right now.
You are unfortunately in the peak of health.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about.
All this fucking face shit.
Suzie is a little a little taken aback and a little stunned. She can admit that. Yeah. She doesn't quite know what to do here. Because she hasn't regularly baked in a very long time.
Now, when you say a very long time for Suzie,
she hasn't regularly baked since she would help her mum.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
So that's like over 2,000 years
Yeah.
ago. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So that knowledge is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and you really have like given your fate into the hands of your friend at this point.
I believe in him.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I guess we're starting this competition. So can everybody except for Merlin, who's not here, roll initiative if you'd be so kind.
That's a 16.
16.
14.
14.
13.
Oh,
14 and 13.
we're all rolling well.
Wonderful. And I will roll for Garant.
Josh,
Yep.
are there a couple other people you need to roll for? We talked about this.
Did we?
You said the hazards.
Yes, but the hazards are going to be involved when you make the checks. So,
Okay.
that is going to go on other people's initiative count.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Incredible. So, the way this is going to work is this mechanically for everybody who wasn't part of making this, and for those at home. There are going to be 3 challenges: the signature challenge, the technical challenge, and the showstopper challenge. There are going to be checks associated with each of these challenges. The presenters are going to be coming around and asking questions, presenting hazards, which will make you make the contestants do saving throws or be penalized for their final result. Each contestant, so this in this case, Piuwhgieawrg and Kieran, are going to make their checks with the associated ability score plus expertise in cooking utensils. And you're going to make it 3 times. The first judge, Shawl, really it will always go for the first result. The first roll that you make. The second judge will randomly go for the first, second, or third. I've made it a little bit more random. So each of these matters. And the way that the turn order is going to go is the Piuwhgieawrg will go first. You, Suzie, and Jamie will have the opportunity to do things on your initiative count, either around this bake-off or trying to interfere, as is your discretion. Just know that there are a lot of spectators and people on the other side. So if you are caught, you're opening up a can of worms. So do it. I dare you. And then Garant will go, and we will figure out the scores for the first challenge, and then we'll move on to the second and third. Actually, Merlin, go ahead. I'm going to put you at the end of the initiative, and we will address what has been happening to you over the last many, many hours as we get to you in initiative count.
The bake-off, bake-off. The bake-off, bake-off. The bake-off, bake-off. Bake off.
So, we begin. Piuwhgieawrg, what are you making for your hot cross bun signature bake?
I am going to be making my specialized hot crust bun called the Arrow. It's going to be a hot crust bun with cinnamon dust and marshmallow drizzle, with flavors of whiskey, candied sour apples, raspberry, and chocolate chips.
Absolutely incredible, Piuwhgieawrg. That sounds like a really imaginative hot cross buns. Tell me, why is it called the Arrow?
Well, it's based on my friends and their favorite flavors, and I really wanted to make a dish that best represented us as a group and how we all make a great team as a great bun.
Well, let's hope that incredible array of flavors meld well, and that our judges like it. You get to baking in the middle of your bake. The presenters come over. Now, can you tell us what exactly you're doing at this particular moment, leaning over right in your way?
I'm trying to very gently nudge them away. Well, currently I am currently kneading the dough, and I'm currently spooning in some drops of whiskey, and maybe I'll add in a little bit of whiskey essence as well to bring out the flavor. And I just stir. I'm just going to knead that in the dough.
What? No, and looking over, your father seems to be making hot cross buns in a similar place. And how do you feel about your competition? How does this whole thing, you being your good friend, challenging the patron of your parents? Is this a competition you have been looking forward to for a long time, or?
Well, actually, growing up, Noel, Platt.
I'm Platt.
You are Platt. Actually, growing up, Platt, we used to do these competitions together, and my lovely mother would be the completely impartial judge because she loves us both equally. So I have been preparing for this moment all my life.
Oh, fantastic! Them's fighting words. Go ahead. We're gonna call this a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
The DC is 10 for the first challenge. A failure is a negative modifier to your final roll, and a success is just an even roll.
Okay. Did you say
DC 10.
Well, I rolled a 17, so
All right, you're
I don't
good.
even need to add anything.
Yeah, full confidence. You're able to keep this guy from getting in your head or anything. And you continue with your bake. Let's check with your friends before you roll your results. Is there anything that you guys are... Let's go. We're going to go to your initiative counts and then come back to do the rest of Piuwhgieawrg's turn with the rolls. Jamie, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do? We're in this for the fun. I'll slip into hyperfocus.
Hell yeah. Okay,
so I'm in hyperfocus at the moment. Really paying attention to what's going on everywhere. We're getting questioned by these judges. Is Piuwhgieawrg's father going to get the same treatment?
Yes, 100%. They go back and forth. And sort of they are creating an entertainment factor to this for all of the audience, including you and Suzie, but also the Siltmother and the assembled Archfey and army there.
No, I think I'm gonna slip into hyperfocus, but just hang fire for the moment. Just wait and see what's going on. Look for an opportunity.
Fantastic. Give me an investigation check, if you'd be so kind.
4. That would be plus 3.
And
Because
don't
I
forget.
just slipped into hyperfocus. I get an extra D4 on this as well,
That's correct.
which is good because that's 14 plus 4 is 18.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're looking, the baking equipment seems to be this whole space seems to have been like obviously like magically created, but everything seems to be following normal physical laws, which is an important part of the fever dream reality you're experiencing. The equipment looks just as fallible and tamperable as any other equipment would be. The problem would be sightlines. There is nowhere you cannot be seen
No.
in this area.
Okay.
But that is sort of what you get from this initial viewing. How about you, Suzie?
Is Lowry helping, looking like she's going to be given the help action?
No, Lowry doesn't look. Well, give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural 18 plus 4, 22.
Larry is beaming at her husband and child, looks very, very happy, possibly reliving memories of them judging their baking off over the course of Piuwhgieawrg's childhood into adulthood. Seems very happy to let them be doing what they're doing.
Cool. Thank you. I am going to... Your dad's name is Garant? He seems pretty charismatic to me.
Well, of course, he's my pa.
Yeah. So, I don't know that disadvantage would help too much on this saving throw. I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give the help action to Piuwhgieawrg if I can. And I'm gonna do that by chiming in and, sort of taking some of these, you know, the presenters are coming over and kind of like inching in, and I'm hoping that I can help give Piuwhgieawrg a bit more space, and say, Piuwhgieawrg, if you need a hand with any like mixing or anything like that, I'll give you help with that. And if you sort of tell me what to do on just little things that'll help you but aren't major cooking things or major baking things, I'll do that, and I'll jump in and I'll say like, the origins of our group is actually kind of a funny story, how we all came together. The Arrow was the name of my ship, which was lost, and I'll tell the story of how we came together.
Fantastic. I need you to roll a performance check for me.
Good performance and not persuasion.
I need it to be performance.
I understand. That's fair. Come on, baby. Seven.
Here's the deal. Your skill being where it's at, Piuwhgieawrg, you clock this. Suzie won't be able to help you with the actual baking.
Okay.
She starts telling this story of how you guys met, and the low roll does not represent the quality of your storytelling or how much people are into it. It just represents that this isn't going to help the result of this bake for the judges.
Sorry.
I will be kind and not give a penalty to this bake for the low roll.
Oh, you're such a kind and wonderful, generous.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I'm going to roll a quick saving throw for Garant for the interference of the judges, but I'm going to do it with advantage because he knows them and has been doing this for a long time. For a long time being a couple of a few days. Or not weeks, rather. I did roll 2 3s.
So,
which is a 1 in 400 chance.
I'd like to think that, feel free to reject this, Josh.
Go for it.
Feel free to characterize it. Shoal Dollywood comes over with normal, like, hands on hips, like, giving the stare, and then Plum is asking, oh, what kind of flavors is Garant working on? And Garant starts talking, and then they're like, what? You're using this? You're using this technique? Really? And that throws him off.
Yeah, he gets thrown a little bit off of his game. He's I think he is a little bit ruffled, honestly, that reunion with you is not in a fully happy family reunion way. Like he's thrown that that you're going into a sort of antagonistic competition. And he's got the kind of charisma where he doesn't say a lot, but what he does say hits home. So he doesn't really say anything to the presenters. And that being quiet, it's going to cost him a D4 against his final roll. Yeah. So here we go. 3 rolls.
Okay. And my proficiency bonus is 3, so expertise, that makes it 6.
That makes it 6. Plus, this is going to be a charisma. So
Saving throw?
It's going to be your charisma modifier plus 6.
So 10.
10 for you as well. Fantastic.
Great. Okay, first one. That's a 21.
21.
Let me know when you want me to roll again.
Go for it.
I'm not kidding. I rolled a 17, so that's 23.
23.
How is it a 20? I thought you have plus 10.
Oh my god, that is 27!
Oh yeah, 27.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. And I rolled a 13, so that's a 23.
All right, this is interesting. Ooh boy.
I promise I did shake my dice, guys. I wasn't like, oh.
Okay. So, your finished result comes out of the oven. Piuwhgieawrg, this is perfect. You have created your signature arrow hot cross buns, and they look and smell delicious.
And they all look exactly the same.
Exactly the goddamn same. Your father has made what he has always made, cinnamon hot cross buns around they're laid out artistically around a bowl of cardamom spiced honey butter.
Oh.
Indeed.
It's just making this session is just gonna make me hungry.
And he has made his. It looks and smells like childhood, and he's also managed to nail the identicalness of his hot cross buns. He's gone a little bit samey, as in he maybe has done this exact thing in previous baking competitions for these judges. So the judges take a look, appreciate the presentation, appreciate the aromas. Shawl is a little bit skeptical, but it's more like for the audience than anything about the arrow hot cross buns, because again, this is a myconid shaped like a human. He cannot ignore the aroma. However, he is a traditionalist. And he will always take the result of the first of the 3 rolls. You got a 21. Kieran got a 24.
Were they saving throws?
No.
They were not
Checks.
saving throws.
No,
Checks.
these are ability checks.
Okay.
So, he is saying that that's the better one.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to roll a d4 as a re-roll to determine which of these 3 is going to be looked at by our other judge, Plum Heath. Plum goes, "Nah, I wonder." Which of these rolls? You needed it to be anything except for a 1. Because on the second roll, you got a 27 and your father got a 16. And on the third, you got a 23 and he got a 22. I just rolled a 2. So you beat your father by 11 on that roll. Plum gushes over, and you see as they like eat these hot cross buns, there's like a morphing of their sort of like mushroomy mouths. And what is happening is that these myconids are using the taste buds of every baker who has ever lived to unbiasedly judge the flavor of these baked goods. And so we come out of the signature bake with your total being a 27 and your father's being a 24. But things are going to be different going into this second challenge. The technical bake. Merlin.
Yes.
After teleporting out of the sky, you had several quick teleportations in a row. There was sort of a dry, hard-cracked earth desert. You found yourself fully underwater in sort of a enormous coral reef expanse with what looked like a giant lobster in front of you for a second. You were just you teleported into a cubicle in just like a working office building in somewhere, and nobody noticed that you appeared or disappeared in a magical flash of light. And then you spent the night and got a long rest, and managed to get some sleep. On like hanging upside down under a bridge, in sort of a smaller city, on in some area. And when that happens, go ahead and roll that D100 for me, if you would be so kind.
Oh yes, I'm a little
Wait
scared.
when you wake up.
55. That's a nice
55.
number, I hope.
You awaken the next day, trying with all of your might to get a hold of your body, which has fully begun to just rebel against you. There is a shaking in your hands that won't go away, and you can feel just muscles will spasm at random points in time. Bones feel like they're growing and shrinking. Discomforture. You'll find that you'll trip over yourself. At certain points, your vision will just go blurry before refocusing again. As your body just can't quite get it under control. The effect of which is that you cannot make reactions until your next long rest. And you, when you awaken, it is not in the form that you were born with or that we have seen up to this point. And only with the most gargantuan force of will do you morph your body back into the shape that is familiar to you. And I will leave it up to you whether you want to describe that now or save that for a point in the future.
I'm gonna save it.
Nice. And you... Body still rebelling against you. Morning has come. Split from world to world, from location to location. And we will come back to you at the end of next round. How in the morning, how is Merlin feeling?
Rough. And extremely distraught. I can't tell Porgy about John. I can't do this. She wants so desperately to go back to Porgy and Suzie. Obviously, she wasn't there, doesn't know really what happened to Dendro. Obviously, the vessel was empty. So it's just how on earth am I going to... And she's just kind of just even just upside down, and between what she is to what she forms to be, it's doesn't really have a coherent thought. It's just all the overlapping, talking to each other. So she just kind of hangs upside down for a little bit, contemplating life. She's kind of wrapped up in her wings.
The fact that you hadn't had an episode of teleporting for a while had given you a sense of normalcy that had been lacking, and falling back into this sort of chaos. Your body, your very vessel by which you experience your life rebelling against you and changing so rapidly. It's an existential nightmare. We will come back to you at the end of next round. Do you want to take a break now before we get into the technical challenge?
I'd love to make another tea.
Let's do that.
Anyone want tea?
I do want tea. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop the kettle on, Carrie.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do.
Fantastic. Alrighty. See you guys after the break. Goodbye. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving right along to the technical bake. So here we are in the technical bake. And as always, the contestants do not know what is going to be asked of them. As always, we do not know. The contestants do not know what is going to be asked of them by the judges.
This task was set by... Who was it set by, Josh?
It was set by Shawl.
This was a challenge set by Shawl. Shawl, do you have any words of advice for our contestants?
For this one, essentially what you guys are going to be making is we're going to...
They didn't
Uh,
say it.
uh,
That's fine.
My advice is to go down the straight and narrow. Execution is the absolute key to this next one.
Thank you. Now, the challenge will be judged blind. So, Shawl and Plum, will you please vacate the area? What are they off doing? What do they do in the meantime, Platt?
What do the judges do in the meantime?
Yeah,
Drink heavily.
that sounds like Plum.
It does. You would be surprised to know that Shawl is also a raging alcoholic, but keeps it more on the DL.
Oh, good Plum. Just really, really good at being herself.
It's true. Admirable qualities.
Now, Shawl, Porgy, and Geraint would like you to bake.
Blah, 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 blah. Pastel de nata, or Portuguese custard tarts.
That is on the thing!
It's on the thing. So there is no history check or anything involved. You have made these before. You know what this is. And essentially the idea for this one is that it's a simple, well-known recipe, but it's very difficult to make Portuguese custard tarts the exact right consistency. The last thing you want, if you bake them for too little an amount of time, you get that horrible pale top quality. Bake them for too long, they explode and just drizzle everywhere. Nobody likes that. The presentation is totally ruined. So it really is in those last moments where the bakers are going to have to judge how exactly to make the perfect Portuguese custard tart. Not that we would call them that in this world, because Portugal doesn't exist.
They are.
Pastel de nata, we'll call them. Okay, yeah, you are to make a 20 pastel de nata. And that is where we are going. Let's do the same thing as we did before. Jamie, what are you going to be doing around this challenge?
I want to run interference.
You want to run interference?
I want to run interference.
All right.
Do not trust me, Jamie.
No, of course I do, but when the stakes are quite high and we have to win this. So short of like shooting someone, I'm gonna see what I can do instead.
And what approach would you like to take? The judges have currently stepped away. The Siltmother and all her people are watching the immediate area. What do you do?
I know this is like the whole process is going to take a while to make these things.
Yes.
But basically, when it comes to using the oven, I want to try and sneakily turn his off.
Okay. Okay. We will come to that in a second. Suzie, what are you going to be trying to do?
That's really similar to. I'll do my idea next round. That's awesome. I am going to. I'm gonna go take a look at and see what Geraint is cooking up, and just introduce myself and like, hi, my name's Suzie Coyne. I'm a friend of Piuwhgieawrg's. I can't tell you how thrilled we all are to see you guys here and safe. Piuwhgieawrg's been looking all over.
The kindness that you have shown to my child is very highly appreciated.
You just want this to be over with so you can see Piuwhgieawrg. This whole hullabaloo to be done. If you guys win, it's not going to be as straightforward as that, because I'm going to be taken by the Siltmother. And we formed bonds. I have no doubt that the rest of the party will fight for me, and that includes Piuwhgieawrg, as I would fight for them. Please understand, what's happening now is more complicated than you know. And I know it seems pretty fucking complicated, excuse my language. It's more complicated than you know. I'm trying to get you out of here and to save these good people. And the Siltmother is grieving, which is fair. But she's taken it out on lots of folks who are just good people. Good people like you, who have their homes and their businesses. And this will uproot them and send them far away, if not worse. I need you to understand. I was there at the fall of a pack reel. I have seen destruction, utter destruction, by powerful figures of the common folk. Please, help us not to make that happen again.
I come from a very small place. I don't know a lot about the world. I cannot imagine what you describe. But many people who have come into my family's bakery over the years have carried pain with them. And it has always been my personal joy to put that little bit of good back into their lives. The complications of the situation are beyond me. I know of no one being hurt so far, and maybe Everybody is coming together, thanks to our baking.
Garrett. And I look over at Lowry as well. I look at the both of them. You may not know of people who have been hurt so far, but people have died. People have died. We lost a party member, Dendro, yesterday. We were luckier with the other death. People came back. I came back. Piuwhgieawrg came back when they died yesterday in this fight. And I'm gonna use Unsettling Presence. There's no save associated with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you fucking told them.
Sorry. And my my eye will go a little bit milky, and there'll be just a little sort of like black in the veins on this side,
Mm-hmm.
just around it, just a little bit, just like almost like a flash of a second. Like, did I even see it?
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, it's clear to when she uses this unsettling presence on people, it's clear to them that there is something unusual about this woman, something deep and old, and she's not using it in a aggressive sense.
Mm-hmm.
She's using it to just underpin the sorry, I'm having trouble with words.
It's all good. The point?
No, but that kind of works. Yeah, underpin the point of what she's saying, and there is a specific word I'm looking for and I can't find it, and it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm sure I'll remember it. Thank you. The gravity.
Gravity.
Thank you. The gravity of what she's saying and the reality of it. This woman has seen death, and right now she's talking about her death. She's also talking about their sons.
I'm gonna need a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can it be neutral? Because technically Jamie helped her with a word.
What? Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Jamie's there. Jamie is standing next to them as well.
Yeah, for sure. But this is with disadvantage.
Yeah. 10.
Josh,
Yes.
with that D10 I got,
Yes.
can I add to her roll?
No.
It has to be mine?
Yes.
Fuck. Time to chaos! I'm kidding. No. I'm legit. I'm not using that here.
Fair enough. Okay. Yes, you're trying to impress something on a man who does not have the experience to understand it properly. Yes.
Wait. I have my Tides of Chaos for today.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean I automatically Wild Surge.
It's correct.
So I can use it.
Yeah, I think we were playing fast and loose with it the other day. I'm pretty sure it's just for you.
Oh my god! Why are my spells so selfish?
Sorcerers. Am I right?
One sec.
He's the least selfish person.
Okay, and the wording of this is important. Going forward will be more accurate to what it actually does. You can manipulate the forces of chance and chaos to gain advantage on one attack, roll, ability check, or saving throw. Anytime before you regain the use of this feature, You can roll on the Wild Magic Surge table immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell of first level or higher, and then regain use of it. So it's not a re-roll; it'll be advantage, and only for you
Okay.
for the future.
That's okay that I only rolled a 10, though, because Unsettling Presence, the target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes in the next minute. So, hazards... The hazard
Hazards
saving
incoming.
throw is at disadvantage. Unless Garrett can't be
Incredible.
frightened. Is Garrett
Yeah.
immune to the frightened?
He is not immune to the frightened condition at all.
Is he a construct or an undead?
He's neither of those things.
No, then disadvantage.
Incredible.
Oh, Suzie.
Yeah, and it seems like it passes over him without any comprehension. You saying that Porgy died. It just doesn't register.
As I walk away, I point at the tarts and I kind of like look at Larry and I go, my mom used to make these. She was real good at them. I never got the consistency right.
Oh, they're very difficult. Oh, that sounds lovely, you baking with your mum. I've always enjoyed baking with Piuwhgieawrg. Here, do you want to be best friends?
I think she's genuinely just so taken aback by that. And she was absolutely, like, using her history with her mom as, like, kind of been like, me and my mom who's dead because she was destroyed in this terrible, horrible thing. Do you get it? Connections. But she still was thinking of her mom, and then to have a mother offer that, she goes, yeah, I would love to, yeah, if you could show me some tricks or something sometime, I would love that. I mean, obviously right now we're busy and I might get taken in by the Siltmother, but,
Oh, don't worry about that. She's actually quite lovely.
Comes over and just starts chatting to you about just like anything and everything, compliments you on your outfit, and wants to know everything about like what you do for a living and your ship and
I love her. I'm writing down, Lowry is my best friend. My straight best friend.
Thank
not my gay best
Yeah,
friend.
there you go.
I mean, I don't know that she's straight.
The mum best friend.
The mum best friend.
Yeah.
mum best friend. Jamie, you are going to attempt to do something.
Yeah.
This is going to be very difficult. Garrett isn't going to is going to have a more difficult time seeing it because of the interaction with Suzie.
Hell yeah.
Others are going to not have problems seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, well, so the way I want to do it
Yes.
is, as this conversation is going on, I would like to just lean up against the oven with my hands, like my hands behind my back, lean up against it, right?
Yeah.
And then using my wrist pad, I want to short circuit it so that nothing looks like it's happened. But then when he tries to turn it on later, it won't.
Oh my god, poor Kieran.
Now you're waiting. Are you waiting for the Portuguese tarts to be in the oven, or are you waiting?
No,
Just-
I'm
or
going to
this is
break the
before.
oven so that he can't use it.
Amazing. So let's go ahead and just have a quick peek at what that spell does.
Oh my god.
Short circuit. All right. Tell me how you are. Is it literally just like the are you putting your are you putting your body between prying eyes and your wrist pad to do this just kind of behind your back is the way that you're doing this? Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna call this a. I'm gonna ask for 2 checks. First check I'm gonna ask is for an Arcana check from you.
Oh, Okay.
To adjust the settings on your wristpad to not shoot out a bolt of lightning from the wristpad,
Yeah.
and instead to make it less visible.
So this is Arcana, which is good. It's intelligence.
It is intelligence,
So I
but
get
this
to
is
add a D.
this is Jamie, not
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Cool.
I get to add a D4 because I'm still in hyperfocus,
This is true.
which is good. 5 on the dice. Add 3. Add another 3. So is that 11?
It is 11. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth check with disadvantage, and subtract a d4 from whatever you get.
Minus a D4. Okay.
Oh,
Jamie.
Jamie D.
So I rolled a 17
Okay.
and I rolled a 4.
Okay.
No!
On the D4, I rolled a 4.
Oh, honey.
So that
This
is
is a 0.
is a 0.
Don't add anything. Don't
Plus
add
my
like
3
18.
plus my 3 for stealth. So it's a 3.
It's a 3. All right.
Oh.
Okay. Incredible. You lead. So, okay. There will be one more roll involved in this. You lean up against this. Lightning flashes behind you. The oven explodes.
Lit.
You fall on your face. Garrett just has like a puff of smoke cover him and his hair stands on end. He's fine. Explodes in the more normal apply it sense of the word, rather than like poof, like just like
Jesus Christ!
Go ahead and roll me a deception or performance check. Your choice to play this off.
Can I say, Jamie, you said you were gonna get your wristpad fixed.
Go ahead and add a d4 to this.
They're both the same.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Oh,
9 in total. Everything added up.
Incredible.
Can I bend luck?
Bend luck. What is that? What?
I spend 2 sorcery points.
Is it tech roll?
to add or subtract from
Oh.
something.
Oh yes,
Can't
that's
read.
right. Yeah, you can use your reaction, spend 2 sorcery points, roll a d4, and apply the number rolled as a bonus or penalty to a creature's roll.
Now,
Yes.
how much of an effect will that be? A D4.
It's going to be the difference of between this being viewed as an act of sabotage gone wrong and an accident.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
oh, you're amazing.
On a 13, eyes narrow around the place. And the British are like, whoa, a bit of drama here. It looks like a malfunctioning wrist pad has gone off.
Bloody cheap thing.
I know where you can get a replacement for that.
Where's that? Microphone goes under your mouth.
It's a shop called Bading, run by a lovely woman. What's the name of the woman?
Kamoti.
Lovely woman named Kamoti, over on Tomagot. In Tomagot on Unan.
We've got some sponsorship going on here, and this great trip, etc., etc., etc.
I like to feel like I made a contribution by being like, "Oh wow, that's really unlucky. That's really unlucky." Jamie, maybe don't don't stand near electrical equipment.
I'll find a corner and stand in that then, huh?
All spectators are now forbidden from going near the contestants.
Oh no.
Suzie, Jamie, and Lowry are taken to the side, and a replacement oven is brought out.
Oh god.
That's right. We believe in you.
Yeah.
So here's the way this is gonna work.
Mhm.
These guys are running interference. They're interviewing you. Once you get them the pastel de nata in the oven, they come over, and Noel Meadowding is standing sort of like on one side and leans up against the oven, and unless you can notice the unconscious thing that she's doing, which is just adjusting the temperature slightly as she leans against the thing, you'll get a penalty. So go ahead and roll. This is going to be a we'll make it a wisdom saving throw because wisdom is associated with perception.
Oh god, I'm not proficient in it. No! Oh wait.
Now you can Tides of Chaos before you roll this to have advantage.
No, because I thought I rolled a 2.
Yes.
But what I actually rolled was a nat 20.
Smooth as silk, you are able to keep control of absolutely everything. You're gonna get a bonus. You're gonna get a bonus represented by a D4 to your final rolls. So the technical challenge is going to be, you're going to make 3 checks. This is going to be your intelligence modifier plus your expertise of +6.
So it's my intelligence modifier is 2, and then my proficiency, then my expertise, which is +6, so it'd be a +8.
You're getting a +8. Your father's getting +1.
Did he roll his save?
Sorry, I mean +1 for intelligence, +6. So it'll be a
+7.
It'll be a +7. Yes. Sorry, and
Did he roll his save?
I did not roll his save yet. Let's do that.
Oh.
He's gonna do a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. That's gonna fail. That was a natural 20 and a 4. See him a bit shaken. Doesn't notice the settings have been changed. So let's go ahead and roll these 3 checks, shall we?
Okay.
1, 2.
Oh no. Oh wait. Is it a saving throw or a check?
This is a check. This is a cook's utensils check. We're using your intelligence modifier and expertise.
I can't fucking use the D10. Unless, Josh, my notes are wrong. It says D10 for attack or saving throw, but can I also use it for a check?
No, you may not use it for a check.
Okay, fine. That's it. That is a 13.
13 for the first one. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's a 14.
14.
Oh, thank God. That is a 21 total.
21 total. Incredible.
Is it though? It's quite shit.
It's okay. What happens, I think, is that
Wait, no, I have my +4. My D4.
Yes, roll a D4 and
Which
we'll just add that uniformly to all of them.
Uniformly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought this was
Oh, it's
really
+1.
Plus, great. So a 14, a 15, and a 22.
Yes. Just hope my dad rolled really shit.
Your dad did roll really shit. On the first check, got a natural 1. +7 -1 makes that
A 6.
a total of a 6. Second one rolled a 5. So for a 10, and on the last one rolled a 9 for a total of 13.
No fucking way!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, you look and the judges come back in blind. Look, regard these two. Shawl just looks at them both. Visual presentation is a disgrace on both accounts. The town has been allowed to sort of overflow here, and this one's far too underdone, too pale, without enough golden color. Talking about your dad's ones there. Yours are the ones that have overflowed.
Okay.
Yes, so I don't like either of these, but
Of course.
the one that's overflowing is at least the right color and consistency, and it looks like it tastes better. And then it does taste better. And we're gonna roll a d4 to see who the other judge, which check the other judge is gonna look at. That's another 2, and you get that one as well.
Okay.
So you get 29 points for this round. Your father does not get anything.
Oh my god.
As your pastel bonata take the day.
Well, I really appreciate that apprenticeship 20 minutes from town now. That's where I think he learned it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Your father was shaken up. Got shaken by Suzie coming and saying a bunch of stuff he didn't understand in a tone of voice he didn't like.
May I actually approach my dad? Do I have an opportunity to talk to him?
You have an opportunity to talk to your dad, yeah.
Pa, are you alright?
Oh, darling child, I'm all right.
I give him a hug.
Got a huge hug.
Yeah.
Absolutely big hug. Your father shares a lot of similarities to you. Not as ripped. Your character art has you looking quite chiseled.
Yeah. Don't know where that came from, but I'll take it.
That's charisma.
Kieran thinks goats are hot.
Yeah.
And just looking a little bit gray. Got some sort of edges of line wrinkles around his eyes. Yeah, and sort of goes, "Oh, all I wanted was for our reunion to be this." And we've had an all right time. We've been all right. Your mother and I have missed you, and this whole thing isn't quite my speed, and it's been going on for a while now. And that's all. I'm fine. How are you?
Though. You're not fine, though. You literally just told me that it's not your... Seems to me like you're not comfortable with it.
Well, it started off all right with sort of the novelty of it all. And the people around here really are quite friendly. And more very interesting people have come round as time has gone on. But it's the first time it's sort of taken us away from what should be happening in the moment.
And what would you rather be happening in the moment?
I'd like to be talking to my child. How are you? You look older. Somehow.
feels odd that it's only been a few weeks and yet I feel like a completely different person.
No, go.
I thought when all of this happened that all I wanted was to go home and for things to go back to normal. But meeting my friends and going on this adventure, I realised there's more to life than baking.
I hate it, but it's true.
There's bigger things happening than what might be burning in the oven. And I want to challenge that. That's why I'm here. The Siltmother has been causing a lot of travesty for a lot of people. And I know it doesn't seem like that to you, but you know me. I wouldn't be causing all this trouble for malice.
No.
You raised me to always do the right thing.
It never entered my head that you'd be doing anything other than the right thing. Whatever is happening, you are going to follow the right path for you. And maybe that you and your friend are right. I expect you are. It's too big for me.
Can you trust me to handle it?
I do.
I love you.
Gives you a big hug. I am so proud of you.
I'm proud of myself.
Good. Now let's finish this so we can resolve things. And your mother and I can do whatever we can to... I heard that John is still missing.
I don't know where he is. Well, I have a vague idea, but it's a hope and a wish at this point.
Well, all I know is no one's going to burn things in the oven until he's found. So, we'll get right on that.
Let's make this showstopper.
Indeed. And we will go into the Showstopper Challenge. But first, Merlin, we return to you.
Yes.
Half a dozen jumps later. You've been in crowded markets and in the intertangled branches of trees forming a canopy. A dog with an old man's face barked at you in one place.
Traumatizing.
Absolutely the worst thing. just bad. And in another area, you watched as no more than a few hundred feet away, lasers from space pummeled a area of buildings into nothingness on a dark, dark world. And you teleport from that place, and you find yourself on brightly colored ceramic in a vast room. There are portholes welded firmly shut that look out onto space. A mahogany desk is near you with various pieces of paperwork on it. But the main feature of this room is an enormous whirling centrifuge, some complex machine being fed arcane power by 3 separate machines around it. Encased and contained in another sort of like dome, half circle of glass, or what looks to you to be like glass. And to your and you can see spreading out through this area, there is another prominent feature you can't quite make out from where you are on the other side of this large machine. And there are a couple of guards sort of slowly circling here who have not yet spotted you. Well, what would you like to do? Oh, guards, by the way, do you know what Gith look like?
Oh. No.
I didn't think so. There are flat-faced humanoids, sort of very, noses very much lacking in prominence, green to yellow skin with like flecks of black, mostly symmetrical across their features and along their bare arms. They seem to have long pointed ears that are almost elven in quality. Shocks of black hair. They wear armor and carry swords just in a loop of their belt. The swords are smooth, long, slightly curved, but with... And you'd almost swear that they're sort of like elven scimitars, but for these little swirlings out of what look like sort of like thorns the design thereof, little serrations. Not enough to make it a serrated blade, but just extra spikes along the edges of the blade. And give me a perception check with advantage, if you would like.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah.
24.
You feel from this distance the quality of those swords. You know the importance. You and your people, and the Fae in general, know the quality of silver. And the properties and effects and special potency it has against many Fae. These humanoids have their arsenal, swords, daggers, are all silvered weapons.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
She's gonna keep an eye on them, but make her way to the desk.
Yeah.
The paperwork.
Stealth check?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Go
21.
for it. 21. Let's see what these guys do. I'm gonna be right back. 1 sec.
Oh.
Oh, he's got to get a book. I was like, what's happening?
Oh, I thought you were just flat out leaving the room. Bye. Had enough.
Two
I'm
net ones.
done with you guys.
Campaign is over.
I'm just flipping around. This is okay. Dirty 20 was the highest roll. If that modifier had been 1 higher, you would have been spotted.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you make your way to the desk.
I'm gonna shift through the paperwork. Just kind of
Mhm.
skim read it for anything
It's
important or.
written in a language you do not understand.
Oh god damn it! She very silently just like she goes to hit the desk in frustration, but just kind of goes. She doesn't want to be spotted.
You can take paperwork if you want.
Sure.
Yeah. You get a good stack of documents.
So weird.
Sorry, did you say what the language was? Was it just a language you don't understand?
You don't know what it is.
I've never seen this in my life.
It's Gith.
It's gift. Surprise.
Merlin suddenly learned gift.
Would you like a
Merlin leveled up. Merlin learned Gith.
Wow.
Is there anything like else in the room apart from the centrifuge? Like, is there any weapons laying about? Like
There-
on the walls?
There are no weapons laying about on the walls, but there is some feature on the other side of this machine. You can't quite make out through the glass.
I'm a stealth for over there.
You can stealth on the ceiling and get over there no problem.
I'm just not doing that.
You scuttle along. From above, it's difficult to make out. There is some kind of reinforced silvered cage. Very, very large. Got a good surface area. That seems to be fed with arcane magic. And as you make your way down to more of a level with this cage, you look inside and see a tabaxi form.
Oh no.
Lying, sleeping on a mattress.
Are there any locks to this? Is there like an
There is a front to this, and there are around 20 locks. All of which seem to be enchanted, silvered, and have runes on them.
Can I throw anything through it? Is it like bars or is it just kind of like a
It's bars. Absolutely. What are you trying to throw through it?
I'll tear off like a bit of paper that's blank.
Yeah.
Like parchment and screw it up and kind of flick it through.
Passes through just fine. Oops. Oh. And Chesh opens his eyes.
No.
Oh. Merlin? Ravenhall? Fuck! Ravenhall?
Yeah, it's me.
God. Oh my God. You're here. You can't be here. Make sure they don't see you. Come around the other side of the cage.
I just like really quickly like.
Yeah. Look at you. Are you okay? You look rough.
Yeah, so do you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's true. After I left, I sort of ended up here, and they don't like wild magic, and they put me in a cage, and I've been here ever since.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not having a good time. Thank you. What's happened to you? How are you here?
So that stuff with the magic,
Yeah.
I can kind of randomly go places. No control, just go places.
Oh. Oh no. Did I do that to you?
I think there's a lot of factors.
Okay. Is that as bad as I imagine it is?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, but if you are here,
Mhm.
they will put you in a cage. And that's not great. And also, the more important part of that is they're trying to find you.
Excuse me?
I sort of arrived,
Mhm.
and they put me in a cage, and I sort of have these surges of magic, and I can't control them. As though to demonstrate, magic shoots out of him. Steam, yellow pink steam whistles out of his ears. Totally fills the cage and is nullified by the magic of the cage, and it disperses. And sometimes the magic is guiding back towards you, and they have been following that. Um, they're saying some crazy stuff. They seem to be hunting something. They're obsessed. They were following the magic to you. There was the second in command thinks outside of the box a little bit more than the captain. Thought it was worth following a chaotic lead. Followed you, found something else. There was a huge space battle. I didn't see any of it, but people were injured. There has been talk about that it didn't go well. That something went wrong. They didn't get what they were looking for. They didn't. I don't know exactly, but they think you're important. They've been following you.
Do you know who's in charge?
Yes. The captain's name is Zinley.
Okay. I really wish I could get you out of here.
Yeah. It's more important that you don't get caught.
Do you even know where he is?
Yes, we're on a spaceship. They're Githyanki. They call themselves. They're warriors. They're not terribly pleasant. Just yeah, there's some trauma or something. They're hunters. They're sort of soldier types. They go on and on about revenge a lot. and this is the flagship, to the best of my knowledge. That over there, they call it and he pronounces something in Gith. They call it a Greshkelich. Uh, I don't know what that means, but they fired it up during the battle. I don't know if that has significance. But yes, flagship, and they have some kind of magic that they use. I haven't seen them fight personally, so I don't know how dangerous they are, but yeah. They, food's okay.
That's an important thing.
Yeah. It's really good to see you, Ravenhall.
It's really good to see you too. It's just been a very long time in a short period.
Yeah. For me, it kind of feels like a small eternity. Been quite boring, if I'm entirely honest.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Well, except when mosquitoes come out from under your fingernails and sing you a little song.
I won't get you to explain that.
It's wild magic.
Wow, magic.
It wasn't as bad as when I first teleported here. I turned a desk into a strawberry.
Strawberries, that's actually more common than you think.
Is it? Well, then let me tell you about that time when I created a big old fog cloud.
Kind of remind me of a friend. Another friend.
How is everyone else? Did I hurt anyone else? Are the carnival okay?
That's quite complicated. And she kind of like tries to put her hand through.
Holds your hand.
I was just going to see if it would allow to pass through the bars.
Your hand's allowed to pass through the bars.
Yay. Just kind of holds his hand for a little bit. And like, it's complicated, but we're getting there.
Okay. Well, tell everybody I miss them. That's... I've been thinking about what to say for so long that I can't think of anything to say.
Yeah. Can I give him one of my daggers? Like as a self-defense thing? It's kind of like, in case they kind of hurt you.
He takes... Are you giving him a vibro dagger? Or a normal dagger?
Bog standard, I'm afraid, my friend.
That's all good.
Enough.
That's all good. He takes normal dagger. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I want to say come save me, but also don't get yourself killed. These are powerful, dangerous people, and there are a lot of them. So
I'm gonna come for you.
Just if you're gonna come for me, don't risk your own life. If you can, do it in a safe way.
I'll meet you halfway and go slightly safer side dangerous.
Do a safe heist.
Safe. I promise I'll be as safe as I can be. Is that acceptable?
Yeah. I'm so sorry about what happened.
It's not your fault.
I know, but it doesn't change the fact you got your neck broken in front of me.
I'm here.
You are.
I don't feel guilty about that.
Get out of here.
I'm not entirely sure how, but I'll somehow go.
Squeezes your hand. Until next time.
Next time.
As you pull your hand back through the bars, gently and quietly, and appear in the middle of a baking competition.
Hey!
I'm gonna throw up. I'm like looking around like, friends, where are my friends? Piuwhgieawrg.
Merlin?
Yeah.
You try to go to Piuwhgieawrg, and some fairies are like, fully no!
Come over here, come over here.
Can I ask, is this a archfey domain?
Oh, yes.
Oh fuck.
What does that mean, Merlin? What does that mean?
Ah. Oh,
What does that mean?
I'm not invited to the party as such.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage as you arrive in this space.
Intelligence. Okay. That's a nat 20 plus 2, so it's
Woo!
a 22.
Okay. You feel the presence of this place. Archfey domain, no doubt about it. There's something different about this from what you have felt before. There is a quality in the magic that is older than any Archfey, perhaps in the world. And you arrive in this place, see the bake-off happening, feel your feet sink just a little bit, as though into that silty bottom of a river. And there is a trickling that passes through your mind. And a wordless query. What right or what defense do you give for entering this place? Is asked of you.
I mean, I'm here with friends. It's just like, she kind of like just came and she was like, oh, everything I felt. And then it's just like, that nausea's just gone. She's gone, oh, it kind of just dawns on her like cold sweat. Like, she knows exactly where she is. And she's like, oh, double fuck. I don't know. Is the Siltmother there? Is she like looking at me?
Yes, this form has turned this sort of like, it's in the shape of a woman. It's in the shape of a veil over the face, but made of that shifting, watery sand and dirt.
Mm.
And you see Madame Arcadia next to her. And you see the other members of the Moonlight Carnival are here in the assembled audience.
All the feels.
All the films?
Feels.
All the
All the
feels.
feels. And you see, even in that moment of delight, they're not quite themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This archfey is exercising power here.
Mm. I don't want to piss her off,
Mm-hmm.
but can I kind of do, not exercise power essentially, but just stand that bit to like, obviously she must have known what happened to the Buck of Autumn. Like, I won that challenge. So it's kind of a bit like, not loud and proud, but it's kind of like looking at her like, I have a right.
And that radiates from you, and you feel the passing of the current of the attention of this archfey. And there is respect enough to allow you to remain.
Just like gently like lift my head, like as a thank you for the invitation. I'll settle with my friends and kind of just not trying to cause a commotion, just kind of gently weave through.
Mm-hmm. And you are here. We move on to the Showstopper Challenge. For those of you who are new here, this is where you go all out. And for this Showstopper Challenge, we will have Pastry Swans.
You must have 3 different types of pastry infused into your swans.
Indeed, and one of them must be shoe pastry. That's right, shoe pastry.
On your marks.
Get set.
Bake!
Bake! Okie dokie. We move into this final round. There are going to be multiple checks involved here. So let's do one of them, break for interference, and come back for the second.
Okay.
3 different kinds of pastry. A lot of technical skill involved in that. So we're going to do the intelligence-based checks first, and then we will do a charisma set in a moment.
So just my intelligence modifier, yeah?
And the expertise.
And the expertise.
Absolutely.
So it's 8.
And this is...
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh, so
Filthy.
dirty.
So dirty it's in the fucking gutter.
Incredible. Second roll.
Which is this the same modifier? Sorry.
Same modifier, because we gotta get 3 for each.
That's a 13.
Okay, a 13.
Please. Nat 20. Motherfucker!
For a total of 28.
First roll here, dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Second roll here, a natural 1 for a total of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Second roll here was a natural 20 for a total of 27.
Oh my god!
We will come back to those rolls when it comes to judging time, but holy hell.
Jeez.
And now, we come to the point. This is all hands on deck. You're making multiple things at the same time. You're planning how this swan is going to come out. You're making filling, different kinds of pastries. Let's do a... We're going to have multiple hazards. So the first hazard is going to be an intelligence saving throw as the presenters essentially come over and are going to insinuate that maybe you don't know the difference between these pastries as much as you thought you did. So go ahead and give me an intelligence save, and I will do one for Garrett as well.
Is that a 2 or a 3? It's a 2.
Oop.
So it's just intelligence saving throw. No expertise or anything.
This is just an intelligence saving throw. All right.
I would like... So I rolled a 6 with +2 is 8, but I'd like to use my D10.
Go for it.
Okay. Please.
Ilnival looks upon you and says...
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's a 1! That's a 9.
Okay.
Bad luck! Can I... Please?
So look.
It's just spend 2 sorcery points.
It's spend 2 sorcery points and not a D4. Go for it.
Please. Please let it be a 4. It's a 1!
It's okay.
10!
How far are we standing away from this?
About... I'll be nice and say that it's around 30 feet.
Okay, I'll do a warning call. And shout across. Shout over there. I'll be like,
For everybody at home, Kieran is playtesting a homebrew class here on the Hidden Realms channel. The Tactician. Would you like to explain how this ability works for people at home?
so I have tactician points and I have tactician rolls, which I can do, which are all saving throw based. So this is kind of the only time I can use them. I couldn't have helped with the normal checks. But hearing that they're talking about the different types of pastries, I'm just going to yell across, because I know loads about shoe pastry.
Absolutely.
Right, so I'm just going to shout across a couple of pointers there, and I get to roll a tactician die, which is a d4, and add that to your saving throw.
Here we go.
It's a 1.
To 11! Oh, anyone else want to chip in? Chip in the ones?
Throw one more, we just got to get it higher than your dad's.
One more.
I'm a fighter, I shoot guns.
You can shoot one of the presenters.
No.
Don't kill Noel Meadowding!
Then we'll get like an army of people on the other side interfering.
And they'll each give +1. You aren't going to succeed on this saving throw, I'm afraid.
Oh no!
So that's going to be a minus D4
Oh.
for the upcoming things. But
Maybe that's the next time I roll a 1!
maybe that's the next time we roll a 1. Let's go through initiative count. Jamie, is there anything that you would like to try to do, understanding that you can't go physically to Piuwhgieawrg or Garrett?
Suzie,
Yeah.
would it be a bad idea if I just like shot Garrett's swans? I mean, it's a final round, so
I mean,
I've sidelined us, and I don't really know what else to do.
I don't know if we can do anything on this last round. I think Piuwhgieawrg's been doing real well.
Yeah.
Piuwhgieawrg's been doing real well.
Don't jinx it, lads. Please.
I don't have much I can do, honestly, other than shooting the swans.
I can shout more help in a bit, but it might not be very helpful again, like it just was.
It could be helpful though.
It could be
helpful.
Right.
Every little bit counts.
Merlin, you are also with this group. So yeah, you, Suzie
Hella
and Jamie.
confused. It's like,
Are you okay?
no. I have a lot of questions, but not for the time. Hi, I'm Merlin. I don't know who you are.
I'm Jamie.
Okay, hi, Jamie.
I'll explain that. It has to do with Dendro stuff.
Looks to you two like gathered. Okay.
It's not right now, obvious stuff.
No. Are the judges like close enough to the audience, or are they like still mulling around?
They're inaccessible.
We could cause a distraction.
Yeah.
See, I did that, and that's why we're stood over here.
No, within the crowd. Pull their attention away for a bit.
Would that work on people who are charmed?
Might prove to be distracting for the contestants.
Yeah.
What's the Siltmother doing right now?
Standing, looking. Doesn't seem to need to face any direction to have her attention there. But it's just standing quite still. Body sort of constantly shifting tide of wet sand and dirt.
I'm going to, you guys, should we just ask Piuwhgieawrg if there's anything we can do?
Yeah, why not?
Piuwhgieawrg?
What? Just
Doing-
really stressed from all this baking.
Hun, it's all okay. Alright? You've been doing amazing. You're gonna prove your parents proud. We don't know how we can help you. Do you want help, or do you want to finish this on your own with us at your back? But I got faith in your skills, kid.
Message. That's giving me another idea. No, I'll stick with this for now. I messaged to Suzie because I don't want to be seen that I'm talking. I think my father needs a little encouragement.
Okay.
Oh, are they listening? Would they be listening to this message? Josh, is there a way I can know if they would listen to the message?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. It's a 16.
Siltmother's throwing around some crazy ass shit. Like crazy magic. You don't know what the limits of that are. From all of the description of Madame Arcadia's abilities, you think that talking non-verbally would keep yourself silent, but you don't know the limit of Archfey magic.
Strike that. I think he needs some extra convincing. I'm trying to think of something.
Mm-hmm.
Message my dad.
Go for it.
If I lose this, you'll lose me. I've already died once, Father. Please don't let it happen to me again. Trust me and let go.
He doesn't realize that he can reply. He just
Oh, bless him.
he hears that, and looks over at you and just gives you a little nod. Keeps baking.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
Sweet.
I'll say to the rest of the group on the, like, to Jamie and Merlin, I think they've got this. You guys do what you want, but I'm gonna go have a word with the Siltmother. And that can happen after Jamie's turn. So, like, it can happen on... Because I know it's Jamie's turn. All of this is Jamie's turn.
We've sort of melded together the 3 turns of...
It's alright, I'm just, I'm toying over just like shooting the Siltmother, so if you want to have a talk with her, that's fine. You probably won't do much, but like it's a distraction.
It probably won't, but I might learn something.
We could shoot her at the same time.
I think we'd get killed instantly, but I like the way you think,
Well,
Jamie D.
well then surely you should just shoot her. Why is it going to do if I shoot her? Because I'll die and I just die. You're the one that doesn't die.
No, I mean, like, I like the way you think, but, like, yeah, no, I should be the one to shoot her if that's the case, but I don't feel like it's gonna do anything. She's made of silt. It's just gonna go...
Leave a hole?
I think it'll just get filled again. That's kind of how silt works.
Well, what if
I
I took one of these bowls and like just scooped a bit of her out? Just ran away with it.
That would be quite funny, honestly. Yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead.
I don't think I will.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to her, so, like, if you want to use that moment of distraction, you're more than welcome. I'm happy to run interference as you...
What, sneak up and take a bowl full of her?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just fun.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Not this time. When we inevitably have a fight outside of this, then I'll make sure to grab a bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Are you guys good if I step away to go speak to her, or...
Sure.
You guys... And she's sort of looking especially at Merlin, like, we'll discuss whatever just went on when it's quieter and not... Okay?
Yeah.
I just reach out to kind of grab your hand, if you'll let me, and just give it a squeeze.
Just like nod appreciatively. And I think I'm going to start cheering just for General Ursworth. So it doesn't look like I'm being biased. Try and rally the other people viewing, just kind of like a little morale boost. And kind of tell Porgy I'm here. I made it.
Yeah. That's nice. The rest of the audience seem to be into it. Charmed as they are. It's like, yeah, Urswas are freaking cool. Benvolio gets his gun, reassembles it, shoots it twice in the air.
Oh, he's that kind of dude.
He's not normally.
Like, fuck for that.
People are behaving a little unlike themselves. And you go over to talk to the Siltmother.
Yeah. Is there like a chair nearby or no?
There isn't. There is no chair nearby.
I'll just stand by her, kind of looking over everything. Hi.
Voice of Madame Arcadia. Through Siltmother speaks through Madame Arcadia to you. Hello.
How you feeling?
This will go the way that it goes.
I know. But I figure I might take this last moment of freedom, if it is that. I don't know, I got a lot of faith in the kid, but to just talk to you. That's what I would have liked this all to have been.
I am always happy to talk.
I'm feeling a bit at loose ends right now.
Things are bigger than you.
Yeah.
And there will always be things bigger than any of us.
Yeah.
What battle do you fight, Suzie Coin?
Ooh. How long you got?
Currently, everyone fights something.
I'm fighting to be helpful. I don't know how good a job I'm doing at that. I think I'm stretching myself a little thin on trying to be helpful, because I keep trying to help pretty much everyone I come across. I've got a lot of time in the scheme of things, but it is linear time and not like concurrent time. So there's only so much. And my skill set's pretty limited. I ain't got magic like you folks. I was just a normal person. You pick up some skills living this long, but everyone in my group is real special, you know? And I was just a person. So, I'm struggling to be helpful right now. What battle are you fighting?
You know.
Not totally. Not completely.
Mine is simple. There were those who came, fought my husband, took him far from here and killed him.
Who are they?
They spoke their names when they thought they were alone. They called themselves splicers.
And I have heard of splicers distantly.
Yes, you have.
Well, shit.
They were hunted nearly to extinction.
Yeah. Everyone was fucking afraid of them.
They took too much. And slow though it may be, the balancing factor of the universe does come. Now they're back. They make overtures on this planet again, and I will see them dead.
How are they making overtures on this planet?
They have vast swaths of control out there. And they have sent those who work for them to this port.
Do you have names?
Names of...
The people they've sent. Aliases.
They are nothing. They are tools. I could name for you the hammers and pliers, the tongs and whisks and lighters. But the thing you care about is the one wielding them. And they would have their tools, cogs in the wheels of their industries, to rape and pillage this world, to gain power and control.
They need to be stopped.
That's my fight.
That's not what you're fighting.
Of course it is.
You're scattershotting and you're hurting so many other people.
I chose my way. You haven't found yours.
I
You
could help you.
are spread so thin because you don't know how to fight the battle you want to fight.
And how do I do that?
It's not for me to know. You have something. Some vision, some dream, some goal that you would impress upon reality. And the only way you can think to do it, consciously, unconsciously, is to aid everyone you come across. There are better ways.
If we had more time to talk, I would love for you to teach me. Maybe we could teach each other something.
It's possible. Let's see how this goes.
Can I ask you just one last thing?
Just waits silently.
This all has got me thinking about my home and my family. And I've wondered this, but I haven't actually had the occasion to ask or look into it. Siltmother, clay father. Is it just figurative language? Or is it more literal?
You ask good questions. There is family. Yes.
And you still have some family around?
They didn't stay.
Sorry.
It's always the way it was going to be. They are out there.
I hope wherever they are, they're safe.
Safe. Is that what you want?
I lost all semblance of safety in an instant. Once upon a time. It's not all of what drives me, but I certainly value it.
Keep talking to him. Maybe you'll find out what it is that you're looking for.
Who's she pointing at?
Just points at you.
Yeah.
Mirrors come in all shapes and sizes.
Speaking of, there's a woman who's involved in all the riots.
Nali Laga.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you know her husband's name?
I do.
So you know that this fight took her husband from her.
I do.
And now she's angry.
I do.
And she's grasping at straws.
Yes.
And gonna cause a lot of destruction.
The Buck of Autumn commanded, and in the wake of that, her husband was killed. It is according to my designs.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
Really am. I hope you find a way to heal. I hope my friend wins this, obviously. But on the off chance that they don't, we'll have plenty more time to chat in the future.
I look forward to it, even if you don't.
Go back to my friends.
Let's get this final bakery showcase started. Okay.
Thought I was muted. I'm rolling.
You're rolling. Here we go.
Is this charisma?
This is charisma based. So
plus 10.
This is a plus 10 for both of you. So
27.
okay, let's announce these at the same time, shall we?
Okay.
No, let's wait till the judging.
Okay.
Let's wait for the judging.
So
20
my first roll was a 27.
27.
Second roll. It's a 17.
17.
Last one. Please. is a 22.
Okay. Alrighty.
When are we doing the decks?
The dex.
Do you remember?
Oh, the dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Now is when we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just checking.
Absolutely. As you bring your completed swans up to be presented to the judges, I need a dexterity saving throw. One from you, one from Karen. Do not fucking fall on the ground.
That's a 16.
Alright, that's gonna do it. Garrett also passes the dex save.
Oh, okay.
And you bring them to the judges. But before they're presented, there's a little interview thing that happens. Isn't that right? A little moment between the presenters and the judges.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, Shawl, we've been having a very tight contest here today. Who do you think is doing well so far?
Well, I have to say that while the presentation of Garant had my attention, the presentation of the hot cross buns had my attention in the signature bake. Piuwhgieawrg's presentation was quite good as well, and then Piuwhgieawrg absolutely destroyed their father in the technical bake. So I'm gonna have to reserve judgment and not say what I think.
Plum, what can either party do to really take it up a notch and get ahead in the competition?
I wonder whether anyone will put alcohol in anything this competition.
That's really valuable wisdom, Plum.
It's what everyone watches for. Glug, 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 glug.
Right.
I think it's about time we see who is our star baker.
Can I describe my swan, please?
Please go for it.
Okay, folks. I was doing a lot of thinking. So, first, as the base, we have an open pie. It's encased with orange and cinnamon flavored short crust pastry. And inside the open pie is baked peach and rose. That has some rose petals and some rose water with the jam. And floating on top of this open pie, and also as a kind of float, are a row of chocolate and mango eclairs. And this one, its wings are made out of cream horns, which are flavored with vanilla and lime. And the chantilly filling within the swan is with chili pineapple rum. And then its beautiful, beautiful neck that elongates and comes into a head is made out of brandy snap.
I'm stunned and taken aback, and the judges look in awe at the swan you have created. Your father's... I don't have as much detail as you. Created the sort of like hollow shoe pastry body of the swan, filled with the chantilly, filling the double cream of vanilla with sort of like caramel swirled and moved through it, along with a topping of sort of cinnamon. The wings were a... Where's my thing? The wings were a flaky pastry, sort of leaning into the natural textures of the pastry itself, rather than counting on like a design for the wings. The result of which doesn't look very good. Doesn't look great, if I'm being entirely honest.
with a sprinkling of icing sugar on top, and the swan's head, while it looks very good, is puff pastry, so perhaps not quite solid enough, not quite coherent enough with the rest of the swan for presentation's sake, and also quite similar to flaky pastry in a lot of ways. And you present your swans. It's very clear, says Shawl, from the presentation alone that Piuwhgieawrg is by far the more coherent of design. The swan's natural magnificence that one might see in the wild simply radiates from this pastry. Quite wonderful, quite wonderful. And your 27 beats your father's 20. Similarly, all of the technical elements seem to be in place for both of these. Everybody followed the instructions very well. I have to make this a tie between the two. As you got a dirty 20 and your father got a dirty 20 as well on the intelligence part. And now the D4 will choose which of these three is going to be valued more by our other judge. You'd think I'd be able to remember their names by now, but I have to check every time. Plum. That's a 1. Which means Piuwhgieawrg wins the bake-off and is the star baker by a country mile!
I immediately go and hug my dad.
And your dad gives you a big hug. Unfortunately, this means that the Earthsweeps have to be sent home, folks. It's been a great run, but our star baker is Piuwhgieawrg Jymnopus Earthsweep, which means Garrett and Lowry will now be going home. And as this sort of space fades back into the river, you see your father and mother begin to become transparent, and little motes of light dance within their forms.
Can I, once I run for my dad, can I have a group hug with him and my mom?
Mom comes over, group hugs. Don't worry, darling, we're going straight. I think we're just going to be sent back to Urzelen. So
But I'm not coming with you.
Oh, that's not great. Well, come and visit us.
Of course I will. I'll also send a postcard.
Oh, yes, please. That sounds wonderful. Where from?
What an excellent question.
Anywhere and everywhere you go.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Darling, it's been so good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for reminding me that I love you so much. I have plenty more to grow.
We love you so much. We're so proud of you. Aren't we, Garrett? Nods. You're wonderful. You can always come to us. Count on us for anything.
I know. I've got to find John.
Yes! Tell that boy to stop faffing around and come home.
The oven won't burn itself.
Exactly. Who's going to set off the smoke alarm?
Goodbye, Mom, Pop.
See you soon, darling child. And the bakery and them, they both fade away. And for a second, you see it reappears right on the plot of land that you grew up on. And then that vision fades. You are standing by this river. And once more, the Siltmother addresses you all. As per our agreement, I will honor my side of this contest. I will harm no one in Wildfolk's Folly, and I will no longer be making war against that city. In fact, I will be withdrawing from the city entirely. And you see the river begins to swell and start to breach its banks and spread further. Yes, I think I'll take an entirely different route today.
We did say that she would let go of the people, right? We did say she'd let go of the people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Go. You have just enough time. See if you can stop the city collapsing in on itself.
No.
And you see the people all wake up. The river continues to swell. People are like, okay, and try to get out from the river. Madame Arcadia sort of like wakes up. Merlin? Ravenall? Second time.
You overcorrected yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure. I overclocked it. And as everybody starts to sort of try to get out of the water, and you see your ship is dangerously close to just becoming a boat. In the distance, a long, long ways away, smoke rises from Wildfolk's Folly. And that's where we're gonna call our session for tonight.
Oh no.
Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you guys for participating in this quite sad and then quite hyped up bake-off session, and this winding tale that we're telling here on Apia. You are all wonderful. It is an honor to play with you.
Oh.
But goodbye to the people watching. Goodbye!